Hey guys, how's it going? Caleb here, and I hope you're doing well. Love ya, and I just want to start out by saying, if you know, it's usually not worth it to watch something that'll make you upset. If you're the kind of person who can absorb an opinion different than yours, and just kind of go, okay, interesting, or I didn't think about that, or whatever, and not let it affect your day and get you angry, then this might be worth watching. But otherwise, if you are a waiter, waitress, or someone who's approves of tipping culture, server of some sort, then this video will not. You will likely not like it, and you might get upset and things like that. So I recommend watch another video of mine or anything. But yeah, this whole clip is funny, but I'm gonna talk more about the tipping. I actually haven't seen this in a while, but I'm pretty sure this one he talks about tipping. So let's take a look.
Hey, Karl, would you like to be American?
No, not at all.
Really?
Got me nervous.
Oh, real quick, just hopefully this will show to people. I've gotten a lot of flack from my reaction videos about stuff about America, and hopefully this will show people that I'm not some partisan hack or xenophobe or American shill. I try to approach things from an objective point of view and look at the facts and things like this and just say what I honestly think. I'm not trying to push some America's the best agenda or anything like that. So this, I think, hopefully will show that I can be critical about some American things. Anyway, okay, that's enough. Let's go.
When I was in
Get on me nerves!
When being
American there.
Well, I'll
when I
back
was
it
in
up just
Barbados.
Hey, Karl, would you like to be American?
No, not at all.
Really?
Got me
at all.
nerves. When I was in
Get on me nerves!
When
being American there.
when I was in Barbados at Christmas.
Oh, name drop.
Right.
Yeah.
There's loads of them there because that's.
Was that when you were doing a bit of extra sort of waiting? Because you were sort of your girlfriend was cleaning rooms, wasn't she?
Went there for Christmas and. There's loads of them there because that's like really close to America. That's like Blackpool is to Manchester type.
It's exactly like that. Yeah.
So
that's the analogy a lot of Americans use.
So,
but I think they call it the tropical Blackpool.
But they were going on.
That's only all the brochures, I'm sure. Yeah.
And serious now, but
yeah,
they were going on about the September 11th thing.
Yeah.
But they call it the. Of course, this is American. Of course,
brilliant.
The 9/11.
The 9/11.
The 9/11.
Really? Oh,
people say 9/11, but not the 9/11.
That's awful. That is so. It's like people who say 24/7.
Yeah.
Well, Americans say that. Off 24/7.
Well, Americans don't say that. Well, they're allowed though.
Oh, Americans are.
Yeah.
I'm talking about an English person who might say it.
Yeah.
Fool. Yeah. No, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Do that American accent again.
Yeah, of course. The 9/11.
Where are you from? Can we which part of America is that?
It's not the worst ever, but it's. I don't know.
That's how they sounded in Barbados.
Sure.
But Karl,
any other impression?
But Karl doesn't. I very much doubt that Karl likes newfangled countries like America.
Yeah.
He doesn't like London.
No.
So he's not going to like
to America.
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
Went to Florida. No, they got me again.
Got on your nerves?
Yeah. Went for some food.
Yeah.
And it was the last few days. I didn't take much money with me, and we were in Florida, and we were hungry, and we went for some steak, and we had our dinner and that, and I think it's their equivalent to the Angus Steakhouse.
Yeah.
And sat down, had the steak, and that's huge, big portions. But anyway, we didn't have much money left, and we had like another 2 days left, so we didn't leave. We didn't have much money for a tip. Do you know over there they expect it?
Yeah, a big tip, yeah.
So we left what we could, and I don't know what it was. It might have only been the equivalent to 60 pence.
Yeah.
But he didn't have to do that much. We didn't have loads of courses because we didn't have much money. So he brought us like the main course and I don't know, a couple of Diet Cokes. And anyway, left them the 60p.
60 pence, I think that's like $1.
Yeah.
On the way out, And it comes running over. Excuse me, sir, you can have this back. Because it wasn't enough. I mean,
Yeah.
it's outrageous.
What did you say?
I said, all right then.
Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to be talking about. I think people should not be expectant of a tip at all. I think if you choose to do a job such as being a waiter or waitress or anything that is involved that may have a tip attached to it, you should be exactly the same with or without a tip. That might be a little bit extreme. You might be extra happy and nice if someone gives you a big tip. But you should at least be nice to everyone and not do what he did, what that waiter did. It's like, oh, you can have this back. I mean, I guess because he was trying to do it to kind of shame Karl. Anything that you're trying to do to shame someone or be mean, not good. So yeah, I think you should go into it with the expectation of no tip and getting minimum wage if that's what they're paying for the base, which they have to do legally in America. Although the base pay is usually around like $2 an hour, but if you don't get the equivalent of tips to make up for the minimum wage, the employer has to pay you for that to make up the difference to get at least a minimum wage. I don't, and a lot of people say, oh, you don't like tipping, don't go out to eat. I don't go out much because of that. And I actively try to go to places where there won't be a tip. If you're not American, you might not know, in like the last 10 or 15 years, there was a big explosion in fast casual restaurants. So the biggest, I think, being Chipotle, which I love. And it's like near restaurant quality food, sometimes better, and it's usually about half the price. And they make it right in front of you. You can tell it's quite fresh, and no tip because they don't. It's not there's no waiter or waitress. I don't even like talking with people. I don't like giving an order. I don't. I like waiting for the food. I'd rather just get it right away. And so all these things, it's just bad for me. So it works out. So I really love fast casual. And I mean, if you look at most other countries in the world, they don't have this expectation of a tip. And I don't like having to figure out. I want when I go to eat, I want to just relax and eat. I don't want to think about this calculation of thing. Or are they going to be mad at me and like try to have this relationship? And also, they don't give they don't care about you at all. They pretend. And I hear a lot of criticism about America and like, oh, it's fake niceness when an American meets you. And I think that's mostly not true. I think that people genuinely are trying to create a relationship with you and care about you. And they just starting it out a little more warmly than other countries. There are a good amount of people that are fake, but I'd say most are not. I guess I really don't know, but I know myself at least, and I do when I meet somebody. I try to be quite friendly from the beginning because I care about people and I want them to be happy. And a waiter and waitress, they do not care at all. It's an act. They are actors. They are pretending. And I know some people, they just want to have some communal connection, so that's fine, and have a waiter or waitress. But I don't. Ideally, what I would like is any restaurant, even the super nice restaurant, anything. It's just to have the option to have a waiter or waitress or not. I'll pick up the food myself. Just buzz me when it's done. There's a number of restaurants in America where you put in an order and then they give you something and then it just vibrates when or it like flashes a light when it's ready to pick up, or they just call your name or whatever. Panera Bread does that. It's a pretty good restaurant. Kind of mix between fast casual and fast food restaurant. So yeah, these people I've seen. I'm friends with a number of people on Facebook who are waiters or waitresses, and let me tell you, they will go off on rants and how much they hate customers, and they don't want to be there. They don't usually like their job. Um, they are purely faking kindness, niceness to get as much money out of you as they can, and if you don't reciprocate, they will hate you for the rest of their life. Um, Now that's extreme, not all of them, but it's just pointless. And whenever I have an interaction with somebody, I don't want it to be some quid pro quo type thing. I want it to be just, hey, I like you and you like me, and let's be friends. And maybe I'll help you sometimes, maybe you'll help me, but there's no sort of this person has to do this. And so that's what the relationship with a waiter or waitress is right from the start. And it is not even a real relationship. It's nothing. It's just fake. They don't care about you. And I've had a number of instances with waiters and waitresses in which they sort of exposed themselves as how fake they were. And it would take too long to go into all those things, but yeah, I just saw a friend of mine go on this big rant about I don't know, somebody somebody asked about the desserts, and they to be fair, the people said that they didn't want dessert, but they wanted to hear the dessert menu. So it is kind of weird because you are taking up someone's time, but the outrage at which they responded, this friend who was a waiter, was definitely not in proportion with the ridiculousness of the request. He was full of rage, full of rage, and so yeah, get another job or get used to making minimum wage uh, at or I should say, expect to make a minimum wage as any sort of position that you have that may involve a tip. If the base pay is below minimum wage, like I said, the employer has to pay you, make you up for if you didn't make tips enough. And yeah, don't put it on the people who are going. A lot of times the same people who complain about the wealthy not paying their fair share. And I mean, if you were to make an argument, you could actually say this is one of the times in which people who make more money have opportunity to pay more, and I think they usually do pay more than the people who have less money. And if you see somebody who's like 20 years old, that has normal clothes on, and then you see somebody who's in their 50s and they have a lot of luxury stuff. There's a lot of pressure on them to put in a bigger tip. So I would think that waiters and waitresses would have the understanding that that certain people would be expected to pay more, and some people maybe it would be very difficult for them to pay any tip. But the waiters and waitresses also they don't really care, and they'll say things like don't go out to eat you can't pay a tip. But this person, you know, somebody might be just kind of barely getting by, and they want to have one decent meal. You know, or as opposed to just cooking for themselves at home. You know, they want to just relax for one night and go out to eat, and they don't have a lot of extra money. So I don't think they should be paying a tip. I don't think anybody should, but at least they shouldn't be. And people will, waiters and waitresses will, like I said, they will be furious with you. And so to me, this is one of the worst things about America, because most other countries, I would say that when I have gone to other countries and I Google, like, is a tip expected here, more than I thought have an expectation. So, and even when I talk with some people, so um, in like Italy and England and Canada and uh, Brazil, apparently there was some expectation for some sort of tip. And so I just want to do away with it all. But specifically, I know it's the worst in America. And so yeah, again, hopefully this can show some people who claim that I'm you know, just an adamant American, I don't know, apologist, somebody who's only says positive things about America, or only thinks that America is the best country. I don't even think America is at this point. I think there's a lot of great things about America, but here's one thing that I think is very bad, and I would like it to be done away with entirely. So, what a funny video. Hope you guys liked this. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe, and you know, put some videos for me to react to if you want. And I might react to some more Karl Pilkington stuff, because I love it, and he's just incredible. So anyway, thanks guys, love you, God bless, have a good one, take care.